What's up, Mike?
What's up, brother?
Dude, thanks for having me at your place. I'm
Dude.
my water.
How do you like the place? Give me an honest vibe of my place.
Okay. So when I drove past and you lived at Zilker, I was like, this is cool because whenever me and my fiance we drive past this area, she's always like, oh, I wonder if just white people live here.
I'm the one black guy.
When that lady, she accosted me because I tried to get in behind her at the fucking door, and she literally gave me one of these. She had one of those shitty white dogs that lives to be like 200 years old.
Yeah.
And she was like, no. And I was like, first of all, dude, she had like a bunch of work done. She was in scrubs. I bet she's
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, so you know what I'm talking about. And she was like, no. I was like,
she told you no.
I was like, what do you mean? We were talking about it. I got distracted. She was just like, no. And I was like, I was like, I have the thing. And she's like, then use it. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
You don't understand how to just do a favor for anybody anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
This is to be afraid of living in Austin is so funny to me.
It's hilarious.
No one is coming to rob you here.
Nobody.
No, not in this place. To say, oh, we got robbed. No one got robbed here.
Nobody.
What happened is someone came into someone did come into like the gate one time. And they got stuck there. And then that's all it was.
She said that we were on the elevator together.
Yeah.
And she was like, somebody broke in here. They had an ankle monitor on.
Oh, yeah. That totally happened later. For sure.
I was like, first of all, I got some good friends in my life that wear ankle monitors. They're good men. I mean, second of all, yeah,
that doesn't mean they were criminals. I don't know. Like, people wear ankle monitors for a lot of different reasons. It's not just straight up, I'm going to rob you.
Right.
I fucking love this place, dude. This is a sick spot. I know my neighbors kind of, but everyone on this row is kind of cool. There's a guy who's like a PhD in aerospace engineering or something like that.
Yeah.
And then homegirl right here, she's kind of cool. This girl's a lawyer. She's kind of funny. And then I think there's these like two gay guys that live there.
Nice.
And they play that gay anthem, that Ride It, Emotion, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah,
dude.
that's like, dude, that's their Whitney. That's the new Whitney Houston for gays.
Austin gay guys, there's a certain brand of them that are like, the only thing that's progressive about them is that they're homosexuals. They're like crazy racist. They're like very classist. They're
too rich now.
Yeah, oh, dude, yeah. I stayed in West Hollywood when I was in LA, and that's all that's out there. They look incredible. Yeah, skin's flawless, great. They look great, but they're all like they look at you and they're like,
they're objectively evil.
Yeah, like, their souls have been corroded by like
that's so funny.
New money, dude. Like
the new gays. That's what's funny about it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that they're like I don't know. All I've ever known is like drug addict gays. Yeah. And so they have a little bit of like an edge to them where like they, but I'm not used to this new.
This is how I feel like, this is how gay people have like, they have like all of their rights is that because when I was in school, every gay guy I met was the funniest person ever. Yeah. But now I meet gay guys who are not funny. And I'm like, oh, you guys, you have all your rights now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Like blurs don't exist without like... without black people having a set amount of rights. Like you can't have any blurs. Yeah. You can't have any non-funny gay guys unless there's like no fear of growing up. Like it's too welcoming.
Oh, of course.
They grew up in like where Glee was a thing, and it's like, oh, we're not fighting too much. You can have an unfunny, just a mean gay.
Yeah. Well, like millennial musical theater gays are like top tier nice gay guys.
Yeah.
And then you have like, oh, my Porsche gays. And you're like,
my Porsche.
I always joke with Thomas, my co-host, where like you meet like a really mean gay guy and you go, you know what? Maybe my dad was right. Like, you know what? Like, God damn. Like,
it's funny.
You can't have an attitude. I mean, I guess you can.
Yeah. That's how I feel about, because I only know two non-binary people and they both owe me money. And so...
So casual.
Yeah, just like, man, I don't like those guys, man.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, Xander and Frank, man, I don't like them.
Frank is surprisingly not a non-binary name. Yeah, but Xander for sure.
I do feel like if you're non-binary, you owe me a little bit of androgyny. But
for sure,
I could be wrong about that.
Every progressive worldview I have had has come from a place where I was not that as a child and a teenager, and so what'll happen is my family will like, I'll see something and the first thing that happens in my mind is my dad goes And then I have to go, wait
your
a minute.
inner monologue is your dad going, mm.
No, exactly. And then I have to go, wait a second. Why did he just say that? Why did his ghost possess my body to go, I don't know.
I love that. Your dad, it's like when you're playing Pokemon and Professor Oak tells you can't do something, just you try to walk into the grass without getting a Pokemon first. That's your dad subtly being homophobic.
Yeah. He's like, look, man, they can live around, but they can't make too much noise. Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay, there it is. So it's like, I remember, dude, I had a really awkward interaction. I used to throw these, like, I lived in South Austin. We throw these big, like, house shows. We throw these big parties. Yeah. And I had a trans man hopped up on T, start a fist fight with me.
Fuck.
Drunker than the day is long. And there was a moment in my mind where I was like, what do I do? Yeah. What do you know what I mean? And then I was like, well, you can't. This is your home.
You got to fight for equality.
You have to defend my home. And then anyway, it was a short thing. It wasn't like a crazy knockdown, drag out thing. But then, like, after that, a couple people who were at the party were like, that wasn't cool. And I was like, he
started the fight.
He threw a glass at my head, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't cool.
Right.
That wasn't fucking cool.
Jake, what are you doing, dude?
You don't know about the systemic inequalities. I'm not throwing glass into your
Right. But then I was like, you know what? If my diet, if I went from just like being, like biologically, and then I get hopped up on fucking Miller High Life and testosterone, maybe I start throwing shit. I don't know.
Shit. Yeah. I feel like trans people are really cool. I feel like we view them incorrectly because, like, I think it'd be a really cool way to, like, get some peace and harmony between the sexes. There's like all this big gender war shit, but like if you talk to anyone who's like trans and they finally get all the emotions, or not the emotion, but like they get like, all right, I'm on estrogen now. They're like, all right, well, I'm crying all the time now. Like I feel like these feminine emotions, or like if you know someone who is like transitioning to a man, they get testosterone. They're like, fuck, man, I'm horny as fuck. Like I'm trying, And so I just think that like, since we know this, I do feel like men and women should like see that and be like, oh, it's just chemicals. Like she's crying because she's got a bunch of chemicals. I'm horny because I got a bunch of chemicals. Yeah. Like we can't control it. We're fighting 10,000 years of evolution that just say you fuck, you cry, you fuck, you cry. This is what it is.
100%. Yeah. Like I remember like after the fight thinking that same thing where I was like, okay, like I was mad about it. And then, like, there was, like, some fallout socially afterward. I was like, okay, I'm sorry, whatever. But then I was like, one day I was literally on the drive home, and I was like, my brain was like, how many times have you gotten coked out of your mind, drunk as shit, and then just started throwing stuff? And I was like...
He was just being a bro.
Yeah.
He was totally just being a bro.
It was gender affirming to have that fist fight with me. Like it was like I was like,
oh, we couldn't be. I thought we were being cool.
Yeah. Right. You need to punch me. It'll make me. It'll do this thing for me that I need to happen. Right
It's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. That was. And I remember afterwards, like, it's funny. I saw like a podcast, like maybe like a year later, maybe think of it, where it was one of those stupid, kind of like this one, but not so, but a little bit better. I'll give the show a little bit of credit. Where the guy was like, how would you approach a fist fight with a trans man? And the other guy was like, I just hit him over the head with something. And I was like, see, that's the path I took. Yeah. And it wasn't the wrong one. I do wanted to say though, before we move past it, I love the place.
Thank you.
It's very nice. I like this area a lot.
Love this area.
I'll always lived like South Austin, and I like in neighborhoods that were usually like Habitat for Humanity and Project 8. Project 8?
Project 8.
What is it? Oh, it's Tony Hawk. Section 8.
Project
8 is a Tony Hawk game that I've been playing. Section 8 is, and dude, somebody died like right in front of my house. There was like a drug deal gone wrong, and the other guy chased him with a car.
Jesus.
And they crashed. He drove his car into the woods by the house and crashed and flipped the car.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And after that, right in front of the woods, slowly the Cholos built like an altar to him over the course of like several years that I lived there. And it started off with like, the candles that got the saints on them. And then over time it grew to like a barbecue pit. And then it became like just a cooler of beer that was always full. That was
another
always,
car.
Yes. A lowered truck. Yeah. And I would come out there sometimes like drunk, and I would be like, hey man, I'm sorry about your friend. And they would be like, thank you, homie. And then I'd be like, you're welcome, man. And then they would be like, they would hand me like a Modelo. We would just sit there and they would just tell me about their friend. And I was like, I don't know if I ever got a bunch of money if I could not live in a place like this.
Yeah.
I feel so. I grew up in, I guess, as my father would say, the barrio, my parents, and so I'm like, I'm so in tune with the culture here that I can't leave it, man.
I feel like kind of the same, where it's like, if I lived in Houston, I know I would probably just like move back to Fifth Ward.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't want to. When I first moved to Austin, I had like this really big ass place, and it was massive, and I was like, I don't like this, because then you're just buying shit to fill it up, and it's like, I don't really relate to these people like this.
For sure.
But I eat a lot and I walk a lot. I'm more of an urbanist, dude. I'm a New York guy. I don't want to be in the suburbs. Disgust me.
They fucking kill my soul.
Just to fucking drive 15 minutes into a subdivision, and then you come out and like, well, I guess we're gonna eat at fucking Johnny Carino this weekend. That's disgusting. It's where you go when you want to like turn your brain off. You don't want to think about anything.
Yeah, you want to eat crumble cookie.
No, thank you.
We're gonna eat at fucking Jimmy Chang's, and then we're gonna fucking, I guess, drive 20 minutes home.
God damn.
Past a retention pond that you can't swim in, that kills animals because it's just like weed killer and stuff.
People love it though, dude. Like my friends that have kids, they just get all sucked up out there, and I'm like, the drive into your subdivision fucking broke my spirit.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
I don't want to ever like. I tell my wife she's like, I told her, I was like, I don't want to ever live in the suburbs. Right now we live in a small college town, like 30 minutes south of here, but we live downtown in a college town. It's downtown. There's no skyscrapers. It's just like a square of bars and a bunch of old buildings. We live above one of the bars.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, if we move back to Austin, I'm not living like where I used to live, which was in the suburbs. I was like, it sucked so bad. First of all,
yeah,
I don't want to drive drunk. I will. I will do it, and I have done it.
I want to stumble home drunk.
Yeah, right, yeah. That's why, dude, when I go to New York and do spots, or I go to, any big city.
It's so much fun being drunk in New York.
Dude, that's awesome. I get why kids move to and go to NYU and then just never leave.
It's just amazing. Being drunk in New York is like, oh, wow, I get to go on a subway and rock myself to sleep. Like, that's so much fun.
Yeah. Or, like, I just get to, like, I'm walking home 30 minutes, which I would never do in Texas because I have to walk down a feeder road past, like, a strip mall that's a dent.
Just, like, blows your head open or something like that. It'd be fucking, oh, my God.
Yeah, and then but in New York, it's like, okay, these two Dominican guys are about to stab each other. There's a great restaurant.
There's entertainment. You can get sidetracked in New York. Going home drunk, and you're like, let's just hop off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's just fucking get a glizzy.
I love about Chicago. Same way.
Same way. My goal, this is my goal. So when I started stand-up, I was 23. And my goal was to do it until I was 30. So that'd be 7 years of stand-up. Mm-hmm. Either move to England and then become big in England and then come back over here, like Patrice O'Neal, Tom Rhodes style.
Oh, yeah.
Or I was going to move to Chicago, become a fat guy comic. Yeah. I was gonna Bruce it up there, dude.
Moving to Chicago, gaining like 300 pounds and being a fat, funny Chicago
just a fat fuck, dude, with one of those black comics with a towel on there.
Yeah,
I'm sitting down, but I'm still sweating. Nonstop, 30 minutes of just straight killing up there.
The room is like 60 degrees. It's one of those comedy clubs that's like 55 in there.
Yes, and I'm murdering. I'm in a 3-piece suit with a chain wallet.
You're wearing like the zoot suit from The Mask.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. With a fucking bowler hat.
Dude, I saw, because Ralphie was a Houston guy.
Yeah.
Ralphie May. And me and my mom doesn't know anything about stand-up except that it's evil and it's not Christian, but she loved Ralphie May. We would go see Ralphie at the Houston, off Fuquay. I think it's was it the Houston?
No, that's the Joke Joint Comedy Showcase.
Joke Joint, yes. Okay.
Jesus. Rest in peace to that place. Yeah. Holy fuck.
We would go see Ralphie May do like half an hour there. And, dude, that club was one of those where it was like, dude, yeah, it'd be like 55 degrees in there because it was all old people.
Yeah.
And Ralphie would go up there, like you were saying, huge dicky shorts, but they were the ones that went down to like mid-ankle, sweating, dude. And I was like...
That's amazing.
He's the guy. It was like him and Carlin where I was like, okay, I'm from Texas, so I'm going to be a fat guy, but I'm like a political guy, so I'm going to be a Carlin. I'm going to be a fat Ralphie May.
Fat Carlin, dude, is so good.
Then I realized
he's still doing Carlin like monologues where he's talking fast, but he's out of breath by the end of it.
I'm the modern man. The cheeseburgers. Yeah,
download it, upload it.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
He fucking like. I remember thinking like, damn, and I'm sure maybe he thought the same way about stand up. Like when I started, I guess not just being a micer, like moving up, you like hang out with guys in the green rooms that their lives are falling the fuck apart. They are in every physical way. And I'm being like 19 and I was like, I can't wait to be like a fat pillhead.
That's so funny because most of the people I met, they had their shit together.
Really?
And it would always like scare me a little bit. I'm like, oh, once I get there, I'll be a family man. But this was like 2015. And that was like before the TikTok boom, where the idea of like so many comics being able to sell out theaters was insane.
Yeah.
No. Like, you were just going to be a road comic, and like people would come and see you in town because they trusted the club to book. The club was the thing that kind of verified you. Comedy Central kind of verified you. The whole thing of like being a draw just for yourself, that was kind of, I think that's a new thing that kind of started, I think maybe 2018, 2017. But it used to just be like, yo, I know they're going to be good. The club is always good. Let's just find someone. And it was the same kind of conservative act. You weren't going to offend too many people or anything like that. But if you were going to do any kind of crazy shit, you had your own venue that you could sell out. Yeah. But I don't know. You meet these guys and they had homes and shit. They had wives or whatever. I fucking like hanging out with comics who like are adults. Like they had.
Oh, dude, me too. Well, because like I always tell Sean Gardini. Yeah. I always tell Sean like. Because he'll come off the road and I'll meet him at Creek and he'll be like, yeah, just got off the road, man. Just had a little too much fun.
Excellent Gardini impression.
Thanks. And then I'll be like, yeah, I just got back from Seattle and I like need to drink water and eat salad or I'm going to die. And I that part is fun. But then to your point, I do like hanging out with guys that are like, nah, it's like 11:30, man.
Yeah, it's time to go home.
And I'm like, and because I have the impulse control of like a saltwater crocodile. If there's more than two guys in the group that are like,
let's go out.
Yeah, then I'm like, yeah, what am I gonna go to the hotel and go to sleep? But that's why like I love doing like showcases or spots with people that are like, yeah, man, let's grab some food and I think I'm gonna turn in. Yeah. It's like I'll turn it into a stupid ass like walking around Chicago 5 a.m. like, which is fun. It's fun, but it's like I can't. When you do that, like I'm trying to think of longevity. You really can't do that like for 2 weeks in a row.
No, you can't.
And when I've met people that do that, like guys like Stav, that are like they'll go on the road for like a month, and I never met him personally, but everybody I know that's gone on the road with him is like, oh yeah, it's just a constant thing. And you're like, I don't know how the fuck I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Some people are built different, dude.
It's true.
I'm not.
Yeah, I mean,
if I'm because I did from October all the way until. I think mid-January, and then I had to fly out again because I recorded. I was like gone every weekend. Mm-hmm. That was driving me fucking insane. Yeah. And I was like, dude, I'm losing my mind right now. Like I can't. I'm like actively losing my mind. I gotta be home. I'm more of an inside guy. You see how cozy this place is?
Yeah. No, this place is maximum
this couch,
cozy.
It needs to be set on at least 20 hours a week,
dude. Yeah, this is one of those where you're like. Oh, if you have people over, you can take the guest room. No, I'm sleeping on this. Yeah. This is one of those.
Oh, I love it. I love having people over and they just want to stay the night. I'm like, yeah, take the couch. I'll blow up a mattress. No, dude. More of an inside guy.
I feel you. I live in both worlds. I got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. My wife has definitely made me more of an inside cat, but I go out like do you know the TV show Vanderpump Rules? Yeah. The reality TV show. Yeah. When I was in West Hollywood last weekend, I stayed like by all those places. Like,
sick.
Like so all the restaurants and bars that they all work at. Yeah. And she insisted because it's one of her favorite shows. She was like, you have to go to all of them. And I was like, I'm telling you right now, if you take me to a bunch of like gay bars from TV, or make me go, then I'm just gonna party while I'm here. Yeah. Because you don't go. I went to all the clubs, and sure enough, as sure as I fucking knew. I walked in and I was like, can I just get a beer? And they were like, what? And I was like, beer, okay, dude. Give me a huge gay cocktail. That's like 80.
It's called a huge gay cocktail.
Yeah. And I have the big gay pink drink, please. And it's delicious. It's delicious. And then I just for 4 days I just wandered around like West Hollywood, just like piss drunk, and I was like, I gotta fly home on Monday. Yeah. And that flight home is like, Plus, we have day jobs. I think day jobs for comics are good things.
I think it keeps you, because I feel like when you're relying too much on it, if you're not like selling out places and you're like, comedy's my job, I'm trying to live off comedy, I feel like it puts you in a place of like survival mode. Yes. And that can't be good. Nope. I don't think that can be good for you at all. Like I love how I approach comedy now. It's like, if I quit comedy, my life would be 20 times better. I just know it. Like, oh, you mean I get to save all of my money and like I don't have to hang out with cokeheads all the time?
Yeah. I'm not.
And I can go to bed at 8 every
I'm
night.
not buying plane tickets for every fucking.
It'd be so great. But I do it because I love it and I enjoy it and I like the people I meet. Like this is sick as shit. But yeah, dude, I think you need a job and like to talk to normal people, keep you grounded.
Yeah.
Come up with some shit because otherwise, I mean, I don't need to be that person where I'm like just out because I will be out.
I think there's two. Like, I think the environment. You made a point about Houston being a little bit more level-headed. Like, when I go to Houston, there's definitely people in that scene that are like wild boys.
Yeah,
for sure.
Shout out to Patrick Eady.
I literally, Patrick Eady he's been on the show.
Yeah,
him and Jamal Rahal have been on the show.
That's so funny.
They came down here and did my show, and they did a spot in Austin. They are incredible hangs.
Yeah. If I had Patrick Eady's voice, I'd be famous by now. Not Patrick Eady's voice, Jamal Rahal's voice.
Oh, Jamal, yeah.
Beautiful voice.
He's got a classic, like he belongs on a mic.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the scene in Austin, and I thought this about when I play in music too. Austin cultivates like a what's the word I'm looking for? An arrested development in people who aren't creative in any way. Like when I worked by creative I mean music or stand up. When I just worked I worked downtown at like a creative agency.
Yeah.
The people there, like it would be 4:30, they would cut out early and they would go to happy hour, and then that would just be Tuesday, be pissed drunk by 8 p.m. And I'm like,
yeah.
And then, but when I lived in town, it was like, well, in Houston, yeah, those people existed, but it's like Houston's too big to be doing all that. There's no public
transit.
Yeah, you got a 45-minute drive home at best.
You gotta take your ass home. I don't have time for this shit.
Like, and dude, when I moved to Austin, it was crazy. I was 18, and I was like, this is one of those cities where like, it's Tuesday and the bar is packed and it's 10 in the morning.
When I summered here, I drank more than I haven't drank like this since I was in college.
Yeah.
And it's just like you're slamming them back.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm worried because I know I'm going to move to New York in November.
Oh, you're moving.
I got it all planned out and everything. I'm worried about how much I'm going to drink there because a big reason why I don't drink is I'm very afraid of drinking and driving, like terrified of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that like I know I'm not going to have a car and I love being drunk on the subway.
It's awesome.
It's going to be a problem.
Yeah. When my buddy moved from Fort Worth to New York, he just passed his first year and he told me literally maybe like 2 months ago, the other host of the show, he does stuff up there, films the show. I'll connect y'all.
Yeah,
and go up there.
I love having friends.
And he was saying, I was like, dude, he was like, every month he would tell me, he was like, I've been going to this damn same bar, corner bar over in Queens, and I have no money, and I go every day. Because it's like he does have a day job, but this is mostly like what he does. You know what I mean? And so it's like, yeah, it's like you just you don't got to drive drunk.
Yeah. The last time I went, we found a bar. I was with, I don't know if you know Zod Devji and Andrew Youngblood. Shouts out to them.
Andrew Youngblood, yeah.
Love those guys. But we went to some bar, and it was owned by like Haitians. And they were like, do you like mojitos? And I was like, yeah, I love mojitos. He's like, I'm going to make you the best mojito you ever had in your life. He made me 5. 5 mojitos. And I was like, I drank 3 of them. And I was like, is this guy trying to fuck? Like, you don't just make a man 5 mojitos. Not without charge. And I was like, am I going to owe this guy some ass, dude? Like, these are so good. He put honey in there and shit. I was like, this is great.
That's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah.
I blew him. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Yeah, hey, look, man. Past a certain point, you're like, all right, I gotta fucking.
Yeah, I gotta
at least flirt with the guy.
I gotta be a good hang.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You can't take the 5 mojitos. You're like, all right, sir. Goodbye.
Good travels.
Yeah. That whenever I go to a place and it's like when I moved here, I guess I don't know if the city chilled out or if I did, but it was like the first 4 or 5 years, man. I was like, this isn't sustainable, and not just I mean for me personally.
Yeah.
But the city can't sustain this like permanent vacation,
yeah.
like because it's almost like I got to the point with it where I was like, what? I've heard people talk about LA like this because everybody's parents are millionaires, but like most people I met, like they were just like transplants, but they came from somewhere, their parents, whatever, it was their money. Like I think we're like millennials are on the same age. I think around the time that I moved here, it was during that bubble where like if you had a college degree in like graphic design or like I don't know,
had a spot for you,
dude. You could work at like Uber's just starting, or you could work at one of those agencies that did the advertising for Uber.
Yeah,
and you can make like $200,000 a year, and you work like 3 hours a day.
Yeah,
and that was like everybody that I knew. That I
I fucking missed on that bubble, dude.
Dude,
I missed on that bubble.
It was badass.
I missed on the housing bubble.
Me too. I did. Yeah.
Fuck,
we fucked up on that. I hate when people that are like older than me, my mom will be like, "Why didn't you buy a house?" And I was like, in 2010, when I was 15 years old, okay. I guess I didn't do that because our house was getting foreclosed on because the housing crisis just happened.
Do you not remember that? You fucking
dude. Yeah. No, I can't. Like, that's the one thing that I'm like, I've got an old lady, got a ball and chain. We talk about it. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it's.
I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to have a house.
Yeah. No, it's just
because again, we just talked about it. I don't want to live in fucking Summerwood in Houston.
No,
so I don't.
I live in Baytown.
Oh God, Jesus, that sounds like hell on fucking.
Do you want to live in Deer Park, Texas?
Oh my God.
Like, no, I'm good. Pasadena was like 15 minutes from the city. That was like I lived there, and it was like right in the outskirts of when I think it's acceptable to be far away from the city.
Yeah,
but no, and then you go to New York or like we do a lot of shows in Chicago. It's like weirdly enough like our biggest city.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is a really nice like brownstone walk up. It's like 15 minutes from the city. How much is this? $2.8 million. Oh,
let me kill myself.
Yeah, awesome. You know what I mean? Okay.
I gotta marry rich, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I gotta find a rich girl who like loves my personality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, I've dated a couple of them. They don't. This is fun for a little bit. This is like, oh my God, you go up in front of people.
Yeah, and you bohemian.
Yeah, and then like 3 years later, it's like, oh, you're still
doing it. Yeah.
You're still. Is it working? I think so.
Yeah, I think it's working pretty good. I mean, I don't know. It's just great. Yeah. The amount of like when my set with Don't Tell came out, the amount of like ex-girlfriends that refollowed me. I was like, that's all it took was like a good video of the same bits I've been doing for a little while. That's all it took. Yeah. Whore, but you can't. Yeah, can't say that though.
No. I think you can. I think it's fine because that's how some people are wired.
Yeah, dude.
Like this is the phone is the movies.
Yeah.
I that was something that it took me a long time to realize. Where like nobody goes to the movies really anymore. The phone is the movies.
And well, that's a good point. Yeah.
And if you're on the phone screen, like more than once, like a clip of mine or the pod will go viral.
Yeah.
And then like real viral, and then somebody that I like from back in the day were like, oh, dude, I didn't. What the hell? Like, what do you do? Like, this is great. Well, how's this? This is cool. This is so cool to see. And I have to like be like, oh, this is the movies now.
Yeah.
This is what this is. Like, I know that sounds like you're overselling your own abilities.
No,
but like,
it doesn't because like again, for the past couple of months, I've been posting more. I've been putting more clips out.
Yeah.
And people have been hitting me up from out of like that I haven't talked in years. They're like, oh wow, you're blowing up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not doing shit. I'm doing the same shit I was doing. It's just that now I have the movies. Like it is.
Yeah.
You look more firm. You have all those likes next to your stand up. You have all these likes next to your clips. I'm like, I'm the same person I was. I just needed someone to like believe in it.
Yeah, that and like I was anti the phone posting clips.
Me too.
For like the first 10 years that I did spots.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we were doing stand-up before it was a thing, but like around 2020, it was just like
that's when I regret so much not
doing it.
Then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I wasn't doing stand-up then at all, but like if I was, you should have just been posting then.
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't posting, if you didn't start then, I think you've kind of like you've missed that train.
Oh, for sure.
To get viral, but I mean, so much of it now is just you just got to post, baby, post.
Five times a week, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm on the phone too much. And also, too, I talked to Thomas about this, too. I wasted all of my fucking energy on Twitter.
Yeah.
Which, like, dude, 10 years ago, if you were funny on Twitter, you could get a writing job.
Yes.
That's the way that it worked. Like, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, I'm just going to post on this stupid fucking thing all goddamn day. Mm-hmm. And then, maybe one day I'll write for fucking SNL or something.
Yeah.
That train fucking left the building when Instagram and TikTok, like, because it was like,
being funny on Twitter is like nothing at this point.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
I think
that's why I like it now.
Well, because like I was just talking to somebody, I guess LA industry type that I was like, yeah, I mean, like that's where most of my following is. He straight up told me, he's like, nobody gives a fuck about it. He's like, first of all, no one cares. Second of all, it's owned by like a complete psychopath. So like
it's a Nazi app at this point.
Yeah, dude. Like, oh, you're funny on the app where people post like Hitler fan cams. Like you're popular on the app where people post like like Hitler speeches set to like 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah,
yeah, that's awesome. How did you? What do you post?
There's nothing but just race science on there right now. It's just every video I see is just like a white guy in front of. He's holding a microphone next to two white girls and be like, "So why do you like black guys?"
Oh, dude,
they're using slurs that I haven't even heard before.
Yeah, they're inventing insane new slurs.
I heard the term mud shark the other day. I was like, "What? What is that?"
Mud shark is a good one.
I think it's like mud blood. But,
okay, yeah.
But you like black guys. That's what it is.
That one. There are certain slurs that to me are so old that it's not bad. It's bad to say them.
Yeah,
and like
moon cricket.
That one, I would see. I was like, I gotta be careful. But no, my granddad used to say that one, and I was like, what the fuck is that? So I would go and Google it, and it was like a term from like the Great Depression South.
That's so funny, dude.
And I was like, can I? And it's like, no, I think I'm gonna keep that.
Keep that one in the pocket. Just not gonna say that one at all.
Yeah.
They used to let the slurs fly.
Who, you?
No, just like back in the day. That was just crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You could just
white people.
Yeah, you could just wake up and just stand on your porch, just drop a couple slurs and go
dude,
back
my family never changed, brother. My family never fucking changed, man. Dude.
There was no Netflix. You could just stand on your porch, go down the list and just rattle a couple off. I'm like, all right, I'm going to start the day now.
Dude, I always like joke on the show, like, my family, especially like my mom's side, they're like old school South people. Like I don't think my uncle has a TV in his fucking trailer.
Hell yeah.
And he is just like the most racist, the fattest.
That's
like,
so.
Whatever you think in your mind about like a, and I don't mean low class necessarily as an insult, but like a low socioeconomic status white person in the South. Like that's what he is.
God, that's so funny, dude.
I
think it's funny when people like that don't like black people.
Dude, exactly.
I'm like, you won, dude. You got it.
Yeah. I'm like, first of all, dude, like all of our neighbors were Hispanic and black. Maybe that's why he hated them so much. Yeah. I don't know, because it's like, if you're white, maybe you have this thing in your head where it's like this world like was made by people that look like me, and I'm hanging out with fucking Carlos. What the fuck, I mean, I never thought like that. Okay. But like, I like my people in my, that it lived, like they were just always so racist, so hateful or whatever the fuck. And so I grew up around that. And I remember dude, I moved to Austin at 18 and I've been doing a bit about this where it's like, I only thought there was one type of gay guy, which was just twink.
Yeah.
Cause in the church, when they talk about homosexuality, it would be like, the guy that would pop in your head would be like the effeminate man. And then I moved to a city that's LGBT friendly, and I would meet gay welders, like gay construction guys, like gay dudes that are
so funny,
that are like super man. They drive motorcycles and shit. Like, cause I bounced at a bar that was like in the on 4th Street where all the gay bars are, and they just coming in and out of that place. I was like, that guy doesn't look gay. My manager, who was gay, would be like, Jake, what is a gay man to you? And I was like 4'11", Filipino, like hairless. And he would be like, so you mean like a twink? And I was like, yeah, I guess. And they'd be like, okay, so I need you to understand something. Do you know how a straight man can like work at the gas station and be fat and like, be into like Magic the Gathering? And I'm like, yeah. Okay, because gay guys are human beings. And I was like, but as cruel as it was, I needed someone to explain it, because I was like, oh, you guys,
they're just like us.
Yeah, just like me, or whatever. And
what if you start breaking out in the song? What if queers were one of us?
Yeah, so I'm like doing carols at all the bars. What if gay guys were one of us? No, I understand your struggle now.
This is doing a Wakanda Forever. It's just at a pride parade.
Yeah, oh yeah,
just like you guys,
dude. The Wakanda Forever thing was crazy. That was the politicians doing it.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was not.
Yeah, when I saw Kamala doing that, I was like, I'm gonna kill myself with a gun. When I saw an elected leader, it was like, I feel like 20. This is the thing. I think the last year that Obama was president, 2015 to 2016.
Yeah.
I think things in America were so unbelievably good that we kind of just got a little silly. That was when like the flash mobs were a thing, and Uber was really cheap, and Airbnbs were really cheap, and like Obama was like really cool, and then that was when the girl boss feminism was a thing. A lot of like racial shit. It was pre Me Too, you know.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
And summer 16, Drake was like he was peaking.
the pool parties were the best.
The pool parties were the best.
Yeah,
everything was cheap.
Yeah.
Everyone was having a good time.
Yeah.
And I think we were doing a lot of goofy shit after that. And I think we didn't. And I think when Trump came, we weren't really. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I get it, dude. I get it, man.
I feel like when Trump became president, we needed to become very serious. But it was like, you ever like have a hard on and your teacher brings you to the front of the class?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what I felt like Trump coming in was.
Oh yeah.
I felt like we were having such a good time that there was no transition between things are good and now they are bad. It was just there was no like a gradual.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like we knew. I feel like that's why no one is like really freaking out now because Trump is doing objectively evil shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But we knew Joe Biden had no brains.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's gone.
He was mentally. We were like, this is gonna get bad.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Kamala was the nominee, and we're like, oh, dude, she's not winning. This is gonna be worse.
But
it was a slow moving train crash, and now Trump is, you know,
he's doing his thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we knew this was coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is a lot better. This was a slow fucking.
Yeah, yeah.
Where 2016 was just like we were doing Wakanda forever. Like that was fine,
dude. Yeah, I remember. That's a good way. That's an interesting way to put it because it's like all of the. We were just talking about like the Austin thing. When I moved here in 2012. Like I got to see the city. Like Ubers were $4.
Yeah.
Like rent was like $800.
People don't remember. It was good.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that long ago. Things were good.
Well, I think I believe those things were good, but they were on borrowed time because like Uber was losing money, Spotify was like running in the red.
Netflix was like what, $7 a month?
Yeah. It was too good to be true. Like I saw some like big brainiac guy talking a video essay about that specific era about like millennials who are in their early 30s, so people like you and May.
Yeah.
You got like if you were lucky, you got to be a part of that 3 to 4 year window where you were like, oh, this is like the adulthood that I was promised.
Yeah.
Which is like transportation around an urban area, a good job, and a good apartment. And then
dude, my rent was $900.
Yeah.
It was like more than half the size of this. It was great. Washer dry. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I paid. I split a house with three of my friends. It was $1,400. We paid like $500 each, and it was like. And now you put it at a point where I'm like that fall winter 2016 where you're like you're like, oh, like all of this was not real.
No,
it was like all like fake money. Like we were just printing shit. Companies were operating bankrupt, and then fucking grunge gets big again with the youth. Like, Trump comes back and you're like, oh
fuck.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? I will say this as a guy who I guess is like left of center. Like I'm complaining about the Wakanda Forever. I would sell one of my fucking family members to go back.
I would
to
too.
Summer 2015.
I would fucking too. That's the thing. I think we made fun of liberals too hard.
Yeah.
And we got to go back. We had no idea how good we had it. Like yeah, it was cringe. It was so fucking cringe. But dude, I'd rather have that.
Yeah, of course.
Every time I open my app, there's a video of just a white guy measuring skulls on Twitter.
Yeah. And also he works for the president. Yes. Yeah.
We're doing phrenology in the White House.
Yeah. There's a guy who like is the deputy chief of staff, and he's like, well, so there's a small little hitch.
He's doing the ending scene of Django.
Yes,
in the Oval Office.
Yeah, he's showing it to Trump, and Trump is like, interesting. Okay, show it to me again. Can I see it?
We're 2 months away from them banning interracial marriage.
Yeah,
we had no idea in less than 10 years. It's crazy.
Yeah. I a lot of my friends like we have the same political worldviews. Like I was telling you, me and JT, we're pretty much like this. And sometimes, like, I'll find myself making fun of like people on Twitter, like liberals and Instagram types that I'm just like, you guys are fucking clueless. You're fucking clueless. This is never gonna fucking work. You lost before. You're gonna lose again. And then there's a voice in my head that's like, you didn't appreciate it when it was here.
When it was here. Yeah.
You didn't. I was.
We had no idea how good we had it,
dude.
We really didn't.
Ah, man. I was thinking. I was like, you know what? This is nice, but I was like into the Bernie Sanders stuff, and I was like, we're not doing enough. We need to be doing more. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, why didn't I just drink the beer? Why didn't I just drink the Miller Lite at the pool party, listen to fucking Diamonds Dancing? Ugh. Why didn't I smoke that weed and just think, you know what? You're 23. It's never, you have no idea. 10 years later, you're fucked.
You're so fucked. Like, you're so fucked.
It's over.
Oh, boy. I would go back. I would even listen to, like, remember, because that was the same time where, like, I call it mountain white people music was the thing.
Stomp clap, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was mountain. It was all like they weren't yodeling, but it was music you could yodel to.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. Hey, yo. That was what it was. Yeah. I can't remember the names of these bands though.
It's fucking Mumford and Sons.
Mumford and Sons.
Mountain Goats.
Mountain something.
Yeah.
They all wore overalls. Fleetwood
Mount
Foxes.
Joy. There was a big
Mount Joy.
Mount Joy. Yeah. Dude, I made fun of that shit, and I'm with you, dude.
I'd go back, dude. I'd go
back.
to
ACL until I think 2015. Take a little Molly with a girl named River.
Yeah.
Just fucking. Well, because I remember I made fun of River and her co-op friends.
Yeah, I did
I was
too.
like, you guys are rich kids cosplaying as socialists. Why didn't I? Because they all work for fucking Facebook now.
Yeah.
They bought in. What do I have? A middling stand-up career. Dude, I remember when I used to teach philosophy, I was getting my master's. Mm-hmm. I would talk to my students. We would do this thing. There was this guy, Robert Nozick, and he was this like hardcore libertarian philosopher. Yeah. But he had this thought experiment called the experience machine, where like it's what Matrix was partially based off of it. So like if you knew there was a machine that if you knew could generate a fake world, you could live in it, but your sensory experiences are all real. But in your subconscious, you knew it was fake. Would you hop into it? And I would ask the kids, and they would go. Some would say yes, and some would say no. And they would ask me, and Mr. Rhodes, what would you say? And I'm like, I'm getting in that son of a bitch, and I'm going to summer 2015, 2016.
Yeah. I'm
going, and people were, and they're young. They were like, well, like to them, they're in their summer 2015, 2016 because they're all Nazis, you know.
They're having the time of their life.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. These kids are like all Nazis.
Yeah, all of them. Every one of them. Even the women. Some of the women.
When you meet a Republican woman, I'm like, dude. I feel like I'm super left, super woke, super progressive. Like, yeah, I totally support women's rights and all this stuff. But like when I meet a conservative woman, I'm like, that's so unladylike.
Shut up, bitch.
Can you? What do you want? Are you a mechanic?
Are you a welder?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Smoke a cigar or something. Just like, what are you? That's just disgusting.
They got like a pantsuit on. They're all dressing like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And they're all like, they make fun of her, but they're all rocking her fit.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, dude. No, like I'm going summer 2016 and I'm not letting you out. I'm not you can't let me out.
Because, on repeat, dude.
Like, dude, I went on like a Hinge date like long time ago with this girl. And I don't know the inner machinations of the dating apps. Apolitical means conservative. I don't know if you're probably aware. And she had apolitical on there, and I did too. But at the time, I was like really into the communist stuff. Like I was like running with the protest people, and we were doing a bunch of crazy shit. So I was just like, I'm not gonna put liberal, because again, I didn't appreciate what I had. I thought liberals were morons. Mm-hmm. And we are having dinner or whatever, and politics comes up because this is like right before Trump. He was in the news. He was running, but with like 15 other people. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Oh, I hope he wins." And I was like, "Do you hope he wins in like it's going to destroy the economy way, like some of my friends, or do you hope he wins in like the Mexicans are stinky way?" Yeah. And she was in the Mexicans are stinky. And then we were, dude. Up until that point, I was like, we were having a great dinner, and I realized I was like, yeah, the same thought you have. I was like, I don't want to hang out with my uncle. I don't want to get pussy from like my cousin who hates brown people.
That's gross.
Yeah, dude.
Nasty.
You meet a dude that thinks that way, and you're like, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, but it's like it's kind of manly, you know. It's
yeah.
I get it, hating the out group, I get it, but just I don't know what that is, man. But you'll meet a girl that's Republican. I'm like, God, that's so ugly.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's the ugliest thing a woman can be.
Yeah. I would rather you be fat. I'm just kidding. No, that's not nice. No, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it really is.
And you know what? This is the cherry on top of it for me. They're having this moment now where they're like, conservative women are hot, and I'm like, all of you are busted like a fucking can of biscuits, dude.
They are busted.
You are fucked up. You have no idea. And I know this clip might get fucking clipped and go viral, and you're looking at me and you're going, you look like a drug addict. And I'm like, you'd be correct. But I don't claim to be hot. Yeah. I don't claim to be sexy. I know what I am.
That is something that I'm so glad you say that, because like sometimes I'll be like, I think you're ugly, and the girl's like, well, you think you're hot? I was like, I never said that.
I know what I look.
I know what I am.
Yeah.
I play on my level.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you play where
I fish with the bait that I want to catch. Right? Like I'm not out here looking.
I'm not hanging out at Erewhon, whatever the fuck. I'm not batting out of my goddamn league. It's not happening.
I take what I can get, and I am very appreciative of it. You know?
Yeah. No, there's nothing better. There's nothing worse than a guy that's like, he's so bitter because he can't fuck Instagram models. That's like half the incel movement.
Yeah.
There's a comedian dude, he's so funny. He's on Instagram. He was joking, like he was doing one of those front face videos. He's like, there's plenty of women out there that want to build a life with you, but you don't want that. You want to fuck Erica that's on the boat. But here's the problem: you don't have any goddamn money.
You don't have a boat,
so stop bitching. Get your fucking cheddar up. Go get some pussy. It's well within your ability to get.
You can get a better job, dude.
Yeah, well. Maybe not. I don't know. Actually, I see what they mean. But yeah, no, nothing.
This is where I'm at personally, because like I got a better job. I'm an attorney now. I don't want to date those girls on the boat. I still want the girl with the sleeve, who's like is a bartender.
Yeah, I feel you.
And that's totally my type.
Yeah, that's
my type. But I don't think they trust me.
Because you made it out the mud.
Yeah, I don't think they trust me. They're like, no, you're a turncoat.
Yeah.
Because I try to talk to the girl with like the she has like the septum piercing and the gauges,
tattoos, and stuff.
And they're like, nah.
Because
you've left us.
You're a class traitor.
Yeah, they're like, you got healthcare now. So I'm like, but you can get on my plan. They're like, no.
No, I'm trying to let me just take you out of here like a baby bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. They really don't trust me. That has been the only thing that I don't like about being an attorney is that because that used to clean up. I would go to Houston and go like Little Johnny Fly by Rockets. Yeah.
Dude. Little Danny's.
Yeah. I go there. That'd be really fun. Yeah. I clean up, dude.
Poison Girl?
Yeah, I clean up at Poison Girl. I can't now though. They smell it on me.
Oh yeah, it's the you have like a skincare routine energy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm a little too polished.
Yeah. I think
it breaks my heart really.
Well, because I think about this sometimes where it's like, what do I need? Have I really changed all that much? Because I have a good job now. Most of my life I didn't have a good job, so I just but I'm like. Nothing really about me has changed. I don't really I never really cleaned up in that way. I'm still kind of like the same, whatever the fuck. But
I feel the same. Yeah. I feel like the only thing that's changed in me is like I'm less crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because I used to just like be completely unmedicated, undiagnosed, and just wild the fuck out.
Yeah.
Just like flip out on people.
Respect.
But now I'm cool now.
No,
I don't do that anymore.
Well, you know what? Here's the bad thing, and this is maybe in the same way on the other side of the spectrum completely of the hot conservative lady.
Yeah.
Maybe there is something about the tatted up bartender that is like you would bring stability to their life that they don't want.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because I remember when I was living that life, and anybody that was like, "Hey, maybe you should take a shower," I'd be like, "Kill yourself."
Fucking having a good time over here, bitch.
Yeah. I've been drunk for 2 weeks. I haven't. When's the last time I brushed my teeth? I don't fucking know, dude.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
No, but I'm like, no, dude, just come hang out with your boy.
Yeah.
You know,
I got a couch. It's cozy.
Bring that ass over here. Is that your type? Tatted up?
Yeah.
See, that's my type, but I can't. Dude, they don't. I'm telling you, dude. It's like
I met my wife when I had no money, so I think I still had I had a pass. You know what I mean?
I hate I don't like putting I'm a lawyer on Hinge or anything because I don't want those girls. I don't want a girl to like me because I'm an attorney. I think me being an attorney is the least interesting thing about me.
Facts.
All it means is that I can read. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all that means. And I just want a girl who's like, tatted up and
want like a dad. Listen, man, there's a reason that is an often sought after type of person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my friends that are girls, they think that I have running this bit where it's like every restaurant I worked in, the line cook would be this fat, tatted up, nasty motherfucker, but his girlfriend would be like a fucking smoke show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, women have the same problem. It's the same thing. You see this guy whose life is absolutely falling the fuck apart, and you're like, I'm gonna give that guy pussy for 5 years.
Yeah.
And then you're a guy. You're like, I think I want to go out with this girl who is insane. She's insane.
The bumper's falling off her car. There's something about it. Dude.
Bald ass Nissan tires.
Oh man, dude, I fucking love it. I fucking love that shit, dude.
I feel you, dude. Yeah,
just no health insurance, bitch. That is totally my type, man.
Flying by the seat of your fucking pants every day.
Oh man, she's got an associate's degree in fucking like art or something. From San Jacinto
She
College.
studied education at a state school for 6 years. Yeah. Didn't graduate. Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Yeah.
God, that's so my type, man.
Yeah. No, I feel you, dude. That was my shit too. That's why I got engaged to one. She's awesome.
I love that, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome. She's been making me run. I think she's trying to get in shape and get healthy, and okay. I'm here's my thing. I oscillate between two states. Either I'm like a warrior monk where I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't eat bad, I box twice a day, I lift every day.
Hell yeah.
Or I don't do any of that gay shit. and I fucking do drugs, and I drink alcohol, and I fucking stay up till 5 in the morning.
I knew there was a reason I liked you.
It's like, dude, I can't.
We're the same, dude.
Yeah.
Because I'm either working out, eating clean, getting my protein goals, or I'm eating McDonald's every single day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah,
and I'm not leaving, and I'm probably like, brushing my teeth.
Are you bipolar?
Yeah.
Me too, buddy. Hey, yeah. One or two.
Well, the kind that like I get more sad than I get.
Me too.
Yeah,
bipolar too.
Yeah, this is the thing. I never put it together. So every spring I usually go a little crazy.
Me too.
And it's been that way until this year when I realized I was like, oh shit, it's happening. I shut everything down, deleted my Twitter for a little bit, deleted my Instagram, closed myself up, went and hung out with my fam down in San Antonio.
Nice.
Didn't do anything destructive.
Nice.
The year before that, though, I did go a little crazy, and I tweeted some crazy shit, almost got kicked off a moon tower. Because I went a little manic and was like, this hostage is fucking blah, blah, blah. I just started tweeting crazy shit.
Yeah.
But then it's also kind of hard dating like that because, like, when do you tell a girl, like, hey, I might go a little crazy?
Oh, yeah. You have to date around the right season.
Yeah.
And then, like,
no spring flings for me.
No, dude. Because 6 months. 6 months is, I feel like, the appropriate window of time, especially if it's a meaningful 6 months. Because you can, like, fuck somebody for 6 months. Yeah. But if you're really dating, like, y'all are hanging out, maybe you went to dinner with the fam 3 or 4 months in, 6 months is when you get to be like, hey, I don't mean this like I'm a little crazy. I mean this like I'm out of my fucking mind, and I've been to the hospital, and once a year, I don't, like, leave my bed. I don't shower. I don't take care of myself. You can't find me. And it goes away, but it lasts for like 90 days. It's like leasing a car. It's just you'll get a good mileage out of it, and then the engine's gonna act up like once a year. You know, I'm the same way, dude. Yeah. It's crazy. It's
a mess.
Yeah,
it's so crazy. I'd never put that together until I turned like 33. How many things have I ruined for myself because I just didn't want to like accept it?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm not kidding, man. Like, how they say like men's brains, like, are done cooking by like 25, 26. Around 26, 27, if I'm being completely honest, I feel like I woke up.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way.
I feel like I literally, like, I was walking around. It was a day. I was at the bar and I was day drunk, and it was Tuesday. I just gotten fired. I never felt bad about any of that shit. I never had a second thought. I never had a fucking like, dude, you should really, none of it. And then I was walking to go get a beer, and then, dude, it was like colors were brighter, and something in my brain was like, you have to stop doing that.
Yeah. I feel like that happened when I was 27. I was listening to Lorde.
Just Royals was playing, and you were like,
I was listening to Pure Heroin by Lorde, and I was like, I got to get my fucking shit together. What the fuck am I doing, dude?
That
fucking Lorde is in the background. She has no idea she changed my life.
Yeah. Hey, dude, whatever it takes, man. I think it was, you know what was playing? A little bit of chicken fried for me.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard that.
A little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night.
Cold beer on a Friday night.
Yeah, pushing your kids into the pool too hard music.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to try a cookie?
Oh, of course, man.
Hell yeah. I was hoping so because they're still warm. 1 second.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're about to be, we usually do like an hour or so we're about to be, yeah. Thanks for making cookies. I thought he was making them for the date in a little bit.
I am, but she's not going to eat all these, dude.
No, respect. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Let's see if these are good.
What kind are they?
They are supposed to be like Kentucky butter cake cookie or some shit.
What's the brand?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just like.
Oh my God, bro.
They're good?
Dude.
There we go.
The fuck?
Oh, yeah, these are great shit.
That's delicious.
Good shit.
This is like something that a really fat white lady would make. Dude, one thing I will say about growing up white and racist and fat is,
cook.
Yeah, like I never understood the memes that were like white people don't know how to season their food. Because I'm like, you guys, these jokes are coming from a profoundly Midwestern and Northeastern place. Because I grew up in the South. Every white person I know is fucking 400 pounds overweight, and they can cook their ass off, dude. I've got family in Louisiana. I never understood, like, like unseasoned. But I was like, I remember seeing those memes, and I was like, is there a different type of white motherfucker around town?
Yeah.
Because every time I go to my cousin's place in Louisiana, we eat 8,000 calories worth of meat and rice, jambalaya, and then we eat shit like this.
Yeah.
probably 2K of just sweet doughy bread.
It's so fucking good.
It's awesome.
Well, I grew up. So I lived half the time with my grandma, half the time with my mom, and my grandma lived in Pennsylvania, West Pennsylvania, fucking Appalachia, Ohio territory. Nasty, nasty shit. No amount of seasoning, bologna sandwiches, fucking just meat, all well done. Like the Mexican restaurant was like this white guy who had like been to New Mexico one time. It was like making nachos like from a fucking bag, like sprinkling cheese on there and put it on like a fucking dude. It was so disgusting. Like, dude, spending so nasty.
Half your time in Fifth Ward and then there must have been like insanely torturing.
It is because you don't know, like it's back and forth. And I was either the only black kid surrounded by white people, or I was in a place where I didn't even know white people existed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm being serious. Fucking Gerard Carmichael took my joke. But I'll be honest with you. When I lived in Pennsylvania, my grandmother was the dean of a college, and so the idea of like black people not being better than white people never existed in my mind.
Yeah.
Because when I was around white people, I was like, we have a nice house and we're educated. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We would drive past trailer parks. I'm like, man, that must suck to be that.
Yeah.
And then the white people who lived in Fifth Ward, they weren't doing better than us.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I had family that lived like in Second, and then like before Edo. Dude, have you seen Edo lately?
Yeah, pretty good.
It's crazy, dude.
But it's still not gentrified because black people still live there. So do Mexican people.
Yeah, I mean,
it's slowly.
I think there's like
they're trying.
I think gentrification people associate it with whiteness, and I don't think that's wrong. But when I'm in Edo, I see people. You ever see a Hispanic guy with the fucking North Face vest, and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing, man? What are you doing?"
That's not for you.
That's not. I'm not even trying to be racist. I'm just saying I don't want my white brethren to wear that. You look crazy, dude. Like, dude. Seeing a black guy in a Columbia vest.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm like, man. I don't think I'm allowed to tell you how to dress. I think I'm not allowed to do that. But
I'll tell him.
Yeah. You just need to pop out of the bushes. This is hell yeah, dude.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, I don't, because when I hang out in Edo a lot because that's where my wife's best friend lives, and I love hanging out over there. It's not too far from Secret Group, which I like doing Secret Group. And,
love doing Secret Group.
And but every couple years I'll go back, or every 6 months I go back, and I'm like, what the fuck? You guys have what is this, a German sausage restaurant? This used to be a place where my dad bought cocaine. I remember this house. They kept the house. And it's just
turned it into a German sausage factory.
Yeah, they put the American German font on there, or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't. I have a weird thing about gentrification where I'm like, because dude, when I went back to Pasadena, I had not gone home in a long time. Shit with the family was weird, and I hadn't been home in 2 or 3 years. And I went back to visit my mom, and dude, 5 minutes from where I grew up, there was a fucking Jamba Juice in a strip mall next to a Crumble Cookie. That place was just like ditch. It was just a ditch. It was like a place that would flood when Houston would flood and all the shit would like spill over. It was just a big area that would flood. It still floods because the strip mall has to get fucking like redone every 2 years. But
love that about Houston.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself like, this sucks. But I'm like, why does it suck? And I'm like, because there could be a good Mexican restaurant here. Yeah. You know what I mean? There could be a good barbecue place owned by like the fattest black dude you've ever seen in your life. Yeah. That's what I love about the places in like second and third ward. It's just a trailer and a dude waddling.
Rocking the trailer.
Yeah, dude.
It's probably my dad's place, dude. My dad's a big fat black guy and he owns a barbecue food truck.
That is sick, dude. Well, what part of town?
He's over at North Shore now.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, dude. We were doing shows in Houston with my co-host, and he had never really been. He's from Fort Worth. Oh, hell yeah. He had never really been through Houston, and he was like, "Where should we eat?" And I was like, I'm gonna go over to that place with the windows boarded up, and there's just a huge fat Mexican guy standing in front of it, and we're gonna eat there. It's gonna be super cheap. It's gonna be the best food you've ever had.
I took my super white girlfriend who like went to Rice and then went to fucking Straight to There's a Mexican restaurant. Don't even know the name of it, but it's in Denver Harbor on Lyons Avenue, and I would walk to it from my house.
Yeah.
I took her there, and she was just like, "You don't even speak Spanish. How are we supposed to order?" I was like, "Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Point to the number. You're gonna fucking love this quesadilla."
Yeah.
And it's so good,
it's
man.
Delicious.
God, it's delicious.
And then we were talking about before we started the show, Austin's food. Like, I don't know how this city ever passed as a foodie city, dude.
It's not. Dude, this pisses me off because it's fusion, but you can tell that like these people you don't interact with those cultures.
Yeah.
Like Roostar in Houston's really, really good.
Yeah.
But it's fusion. It's like Mexican and Filipino food mixed together with like a little bit of street Vietnamese food, all kind of put together. But like, here's like, oh, do you want a cauliflower empanada? No, that's disgusting. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah,
That's so nasty.
Yeah. Do you want a meatloaf quesadilla?
Oh my God.
What are you
That
doing?
sounds so Austin. It's just, I don't know. The food here is hella fucking mid and it drives me insane.
Yeah. My wife's the same way. We moved here. We lived here for a year, and she had never lived in Austin. Had only visited once or twice in her life.
Bird Biscuit's really good though.
Bird Biscuit goes hard as fuck. What's that fucking Mexican restaurant off Old Torf? God damn it. Can't think of it. Anyway, yeah, it's like they have some places that are good, but the idea that it's a foodie city is insane.
It's madness.
Because like, yeah, like you go to a place, you go to order a taco, it's $8, and they're like, oh, the taco of the month is a fried spaghetti taco, and you're like, you guys got a loan.
They made you a pizza pocket.
Yeah. Well, it's like
They made you a hot pocket.
if the owner of the restaurant is like a white dude with an ascot on or like a white guy in athleisure, I don't want to eat there.
Yeah.
It has to be a white guy that's fat as fuck.
Yeah.
Missing at least one tooth. He has to have a bunch of tattoos, or he's got to be one of those lanky Bourdain guys.
Yeah. I need to know that this is your passion.
Yeah. This is not a passive income.
I need to know that you're living this shit.
Yeah. This isn't something that you make money from on the side.
You're waking up and you're like, I thought this would taste good. And your fat ass is making it at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you're spreading that joy with other people.
Exactly.
This is all factory, like test kitchen kind of shit. Not but like
focus group.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that shit.
It's like you got a bunch of people who have bad taste in a room, and you're like, what about the cheesecake? What about the key lime cheesecake, but it's inside of a savory biscuit?
Let's do a Juneteenth special.
Dude, Black History Month this city goes nuts. It's so crazy, dude. The city goes absolutely insane because I'm like, you know what I'm talking about. Like when a city that's like progressive or whatever, like it's the Get Out progress. It's like the restaurant that's like, it's Juneteenth. We've got fried chicken, and you're like,
did you see that?
This is an Italian restaurant. What the fuck?
Did you see that KFC? No, it was a Popeyes thing where it was a chicken standing up and it had like a fist for Black History Month. God. Jesus Christ, dude, that's so funny. Jeez, that's so funny to me.
Well, because I'm like, I work in marketing, and I whenever I see something that it's like a marketing, like whenever I see something, I'm like, do you know how many steps this shit has to go through before it gets fucking approved? Like, how the fuck did the Popeyes fist make it?
I haven't probably know like one black guy. This one black guy was like, I don't want to rock the boat. I just got this job.
It was a 24-year-old white girl.
Yeah.
And she was like, we're forgetting it's Juneteenth, so we need to do something for black people. And then the one like guy, the creative director goes, you're 100% right. And he is like, he's Japanese and white. And that's
the one way Asian.
Yeah. And he's like, we got to do something for the community. Thank you for coming on, Myke, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
We usually do these for about an hour because the camera goes for like an hour and then it'll fucking die. So anything you want to plug, shows, socials, anything like that?
No, I was just thinking of this time when there was only one black wrestler on WWE. Oh. This is like 2014 is Big E. And they had a character who was playing a cop, Seth Rollins, curb stomp him on like Martin Luther King Day.
Oh my God.
It's the funniest shit. If you clip this part, you have to find that clip because people have taken that clip and then like right before he curb stomped, they show pictures of like Martin Luther King doing the speech and everything.
Yeah.
It's the funniest
Dude, UFC did something very similar, although it was two black UFC fighters.
Yeah.
But it was UFC like Black History Month fight compilation.
Yeah.
And it was from the UFC, and it was just Francis Ngannou brutally knocking out Alistair Overeem, but it was the zoom in of like it was, you could see his fist, but it was like for Black History Month, and it's just a black man's eyes rolling. In the back.
My God.
And I was like, I know Dana signed off.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But for shit that I have to plug, I'm headlining the Dallas Comedy Club July 13th at 8:30. Sunday, 8:30. So come out to Dallas if you got any fans in Dallas. It's going to be a really fun show. We got some great comics and a surprise guest. Can't tell you who on the show. So come on through. It'll be fun.
Hell yeah. Where can they follow you?
Follow me on Instagram at Can't Guard Myke and check out my Substack. It's all on Instagram and all my other links and dates and everything. Can't Guard Myke. Myke is Myke. Yeah, follow me there, dude. It's a fun time.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. Thank you again, Myke.
Thank you.
Cool. Stop this.